Story 1. I've been working at Pampered Paws Grooming Salon for about 4 years now. I've seen dogs come in matted beyond belief. I've dealt with nervous puppies having their first grooming experience, and I've handled more than my fair share of difficult pet owners. But nothing could have prepared me for what happened last Thursday. Let me explain how I ended up in this situation. I'm the front desk manager, so I handle check-ins, appointments, and customer complaints. We pride ourselves on being a top-rated grooming salon in the area. Our groomers are certified professionals who genuinely love animals. That morning, a woman I'd never seen before brought in her white standard poodle for a full grooming service. The dog was sweet, well-behaved, and desperately needed a trim. His fur was getting long and starting to mat in places. I checked her in, confirmed she wanted the standard poodle cut, and told her it would be about 2 hours. She seemed normal enough at first. A little intense maybe, but nothing that set off alarm bells. Our groomer, Sarah, took the poodle back and got to work. Sarah's been grooming for 15 years and is absolutely amazing at her job. She's patient, gentle with the dogs, and her cuts are always perfect. I watched her through the window as she worked on the poodle, and everything looked great. 2 hours later, I called the owner to let her know her dog was ready. She arrived about 10 minutes after that, and that's when things went completely off the rails. The moment she saw her poodle, her face changed. The dog looked beautiful, perfectly groomed with a classic poodle cut. But she stared at him like something was deeply wrong. "Karen, what did you do to him?" "Me? Your dog received the standard poodle cut you requested. Is there something you're not happy with?" "Karen, this is unacceptable. You styled his fur with political bias." I genuinely thought I'd misheard her at first. "Me? I'm sorry. What?" "Karen, look at him. The way his fur is shaped, the angles, everything about this cut has a liberal political agenda." Sarah had come out from the grooming area to see what was happening. Her face was a mixture of confusion and disbelief. "Sarah, ma'am, I gave your dog a standard poodle cut. It's the same cut we give to dozens of poodles every week." "Karen, no, look at the pom-poms on his legs. They're clearly meant to represent progressive ideologies. And the way you shaped his head, it's biased." "Me, ma'am, this is a traditional poodle cut. There's no political meaning to it whatsoever." "Karen, I want to see the before pictures. I know my dog didn't look like this when I brought him in." Sarah pulled out her phone. We always take before and after photos of our grooming work for quality control and our social media. She showed the woman the before picture of her poodle with long, slightly matted fur, and then the after picture of him looking clean and perfectly groomed. Karen stared at the photos for a long moment, and I thought maybe she'd realize how ridiculous she was being. Instead, she pointed at the screen. "Karen, the lighting, look at the lighting in these photos. You used different lighting to make him look more liberal in the after picture." "Sarah, the lighting is from the same overhead lights in our grooming room. Nothing changed except your dog got groomed." "Karen, I don't believe you. This is clearly a setup. You probably have special liberal lights that you use to influence how the dogs look after grooming." At this point, other customers in the waiting area were staring. One woman was holding her Yorkie and slowly backing toward the door. "Me, ma'am, I assure you there's no political agenda in how we groom dogs. We simply follow standard grooming practices." "Karen, standard for who? For your political party maybe. I bet you do this to all the dogs. You're probably trying to make some kind of statement." Sarah looked like she was about to cry. She's so dedicated to her work, and having someone attack her like this over absolutely nothing was clearly getting to her. "Me, I think we need to take a step back here. Let me grab our manager." "Karen, I don't want to talk to another one of your biased employees. I want my money back, and I want you to fix my dog immediately." That's when our manager, Jennifer, came out from her office. She'd heard the commotion. "Jennifer, what seems to be the problem?" Karen launched into her whole theory again about political bias in dog grooming and liberal lighting. Jennifer listened with the patience of a saint, then calmly walked to our waiting area and picked up the large mirror we keep there so clients can see their dogs from all angles. Jennifer held the mirror up in front of the woman. "Jennifer, ma'am, I want you to look in this mirror and really think about what you're saying. You're accusing professional groomers of giving your dog a politically biased haircut. Does that sound reasonable to you?" Karen looked in the mirror, then at her dog, then back at the mirror. For a second, I thought the reality check might work. "Karen, this mirror probably has a liberal bias too." That was it. Jennifer had clearly reached her limit. "Jennifer, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Your dog is groomed, and we're not refunding your service because there's nothing wrong with our work. If you don't leave voluntarily, I'll call security." "Karen, you can't throw me out. I'm a paying customer." "Jennifer, you're a customer who's disrupting our business and harassing my staff. Please take your dog and go." Karen didn't move. She just stood there clutching her purse and glaring at all of us. Jennifer pulled out her phone and called the security company that monitors our strip mall. They arrived within 5 minutes. The security guard was this older gentleman who'd clearly dealt with difficult people before. He took one look at the situation and sighed. "Security, ma'am, you need to leave the premises." "Karen, they ruined my dog with their political agenda." "Security, I'm sure they did. But you still need to leave." He gestured toward the door, and finally, she grabbed her poodle's leash and stormed out. As she left, she turned back and shouted one last thing. "Karen, I'm leaving reviews everywhere. Everyone will know about your liberal dog grooming conspiracy." The door closed behind her, and the salon fell silent. Then one of the customers in the waiting area started clapping, and soon everyone joined in. Sarah was wiping tears from her eyes, but she was laughing now. "Sarah, liberal lighting. I can't believe she said liberal lighting." Jennifer put her arm around Sarah's shoulder. "Jennifer, take 5 minutes. Go pet some dogs in the back. You deserve it." The woman did leave reviews, multiple reviews across every platform, all talking about political bias in dog grooming. Most of them got flagged and removed for being nonsensical, but a few are still up. They've actually become kind of a joke among our regular customers. Now whenever someone comes in for a poodle cut, Sarah jokingly asks if they want the conservative or liberal version. We all laugh, but honestly, I still can't believe that actually happened. Story 2. I've been working as a lifeguard at the community pool for 2 summers now. I'm studying to become a physical therapist, and this job keeps me in shape while giving me time to study during the slow hours. Usually it's pretty routine. Watch the swimmers, enforce the rules, handle the occasional scraped knee. Nothing too dramatic. Last Saturday was different. It was a busy afternoon, lots of families with kids enjoying the weekend. I was sitting in my chair, scanning the pool like I'm trained to do, when I heard someone shouting from across the deck. "Karen, excuse me, lifeguard, I need to speak with you right now." I looked over and saw a woman marching toward my chair. She was probably in her 50s, wearing a sundress and sandals, carrying a large beach bag. Her face was already red, and not from the sun. "Me, yes ma'am, how can I help you?" "Karen, those shorts you're wearing are absolutely disgraceful. They're unpatriotic and offensive to everyone here." I looked down at my uniform. Standard red lifeguard shorts that every guard at this pool wears. They're provided by the facility and meet all the requirements. "Me, ma'am, these are the standard uniform shorts. Is there a specific problem?" A few people nearby had stopped swimming to watch. I could feel my face getting hot with embarrassment. "Karen, don't give me that excuse. I know what I'm seeing. You're making a political statement with those communist shorts, and I won't tolerate it at a family pool. Me, ma'am, I'm going to need you to calm down. I'm just wearing my work uniform. Karen, calm down, calm down. You're asking me to calm down when you're openly displaying disrespect for this country? I have family who served in the military. They didn't fight for freedom so lifeguards could wear communist propaganda. My supervisor heard the commotion and came over. She's been managing this pool for 15 years and doesn't take nonsense from anyone. Karen, leave? I'll show you what I think about your disrespectful pool. She started splashing around wildly, still wearing her dress. Other swimmers quickly got out of the pool, grabbing their kids and moving to the side. I climbed down from my chair, unsure what to do. This wasn't covered in any of my training. Supervisor, that's it. I'm calling the police. Karen, you're teaching children to accept communism through pool toys. This is psychological warfare. She turned her attention back to the noodle, holding it at arm's length like it was contaminated. Karen, I bet this was manufactured in China. Everything makes sense now. The red shorts, the red noodle, it's all connected.